key right now.
Good defense. Oh, good pass.
What?
Good pass.
Good.
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much. Now, the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe, DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's McCollum. These players, Steve, are just about as excited as the fans.
You love it, Kevin. Preseason is over. Game 1, it starts the real season. And yes, you want to get off to a great start.
New Orleans moving the ball around. Valanciunas, the rebound by the Nets. Bridges outside. Lets it fly. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Ingram finds McCollum. Outside, Jones. Six to shoot. That shot missing. Bridges with some nice defense. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Claxton. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Back to McCollum.
Nets foul. Spencer Dinwiddie. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last few years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
And so here is New Orleans following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Pass to Williamson. Shoots over Johnson. And the Pelicans miss again.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now here's Jones. Here's McCollum. Williamson trying to free himself up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So skilled at drawing contact. I like when C.J. McCollum plays with aggression.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Led the league in percentage from the line a few years ago. C.J. McCollum dialed in.
On the wing, Bridges fires the three. Pelicans with the rebound. This, of course, their first look at the Nets.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
McCollum against Dinwiddie. On the wing, Johnson beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Jones. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 9 points a game last year. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
I love it because he does so many things well. Defenses have to account for him even when he's not scoring.
And it's Jones, that time on the assist by McCollum.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Here's Williamson. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. Claxton, and he jams it with authority.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans. Greg Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Johnson. Thomas checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Seth Curry in for Dinwiddie. McCollum, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? Now here's McCollum. Shot left block. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Simmons. He doesn't hit that one. Nance with some nice D. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Here's McCollum. After the basket by Brooklyn.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Pass to O'Neal. There's Thomas with the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Murphy against Harris. Some solid defense from Harris.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Thomas, good.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Here's Alvarado. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murphy passes to Alvarado. From downtown. Rebound, Brooklyn. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Curry with the 3. They get the rebound. Here's Harris, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And you can see their strategy coming in They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this.
Let's go, everyone. I need it to get loud.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Nets leading by 11.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple of years, assembling a super team. And before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
We've got Bridges, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
What I like about Ingram at this point in his career, very decisive in his actions.
Johnson down low. He's covered by Ingram. Bridges misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And McCollum with the slam.
A rare dunk from CJ, showing off his hops.
And the pass to Claxton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And another thing coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
For 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Great ball movement by B.I. Spots a wide open teammate and feeds him.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Johnson outside. From outside the arc. Hands it from downtown. Johnson's got 6. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends.
Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you look at the way he can get off the shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Zion Williamson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Ingram. Top of the key. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nets leading by 6. Simmons left side. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin, out most of last year, it really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Harris kicks to Simmons. No good on the triple. Pelicans trail by 8. Pass to Alvarado. Some solid defense from Harris.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Mr. Williamson. Outside, Jones. It's Ingram on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Curry passes to Simmons. It's rebounded by New Orleans. To the paint. Tries again. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Williamson.
Next level strength and athleticism. Zion making his presence felt on the offensive glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Jones. Ingram passes to Nance. Floats it up for Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
We talk about Zion's strength, but the body control is also elite, especially for a guy his size.
Doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Pelicans trail by 5. Ingram wide open. Kept alive. Williamson kicks to Ingram. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
When they look that good, Ingram is so consistent. Defense, you have to keep a closer eye on him.
Here's Williamson. And they're unable to get the time basket there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets out.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. They went to work early at both ends of the floor, going on a 9-0 run to jump out in front. They found their rhythm early in this one, jumping out to an 11-point advantage. Then in the second quarter, the steam was let out of their hot air balloon as they were outscored and outplayed, but they still cling to a 2-point advantage at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq shooting.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
The Nets with the lead. Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's 5. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden's wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. For the tie. And it's Ingram missing. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Thomas against Jones. Simmons passes to O'Neal. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, that is why we call CJ a combo guard. He can score with the best, but he also can facilitate.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And finished off by Williamson.
Unbelievable hang time, giving the crowd its money's worth. Go ahead, Zion.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Jones has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far.
A walking triple-double. And Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguarded.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, that the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
McCollum finds Hayes. Here's Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Dinwiddie. The pass to Bridges. He kicks it to Simmons. Fires the 3. And there's Bridges on the assist by Simmons. Bridges got his second basket of the night.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Bridges against McCollum. Here's Jones. Bank shot. No good.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there it is for him. And now a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
McCollum with the ball. Over to the left wing. Outside, Jones. Pass to Valanciunas. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 5th assist in this one.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
Kicks it out to Johnson. No good with the triple. Pelicans trail by 4. Cullen passes to Jones. To the middle. Murphy down low. Johnson's there. Goes up on the wing. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. Hayes dishes to Valanciunas.
He's so good at scoring inside. You know Valanciunas can get to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. Curry's checked in for the Nets.
Valanciunas, shooting 2.
Valanciunas hits them both. Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown. Here's Bridges, and he makes that one.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Passes to Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, easy call.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
Curry outside. Doesn't go that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Alvarado. It's deflected.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
Pass to McCollum for the tie. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3.
And it's a tie ball game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Claxton's got 10 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. For the lead, Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Such a talented offensive player. CJ is dangerous from deep.
Here's Claxton. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Pelicans have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Johnson. Here's Curry, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The Pelicans have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. O'Neal misses. McCollum against Bridges. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Great competitive play from Ingram tonight, and his teammates are sharing in his excitement.
Can they get it? Missed. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
New Orleans basketball.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got O'Neal. He's out there with Simmons. Bridges out there with Thomas. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Williamson outside. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum trying to get open.
so frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Ingram outside. He dishes it to Williamson. The pass to Ingram. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And it's Ingram missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
The Nets working the ball around now. Thomas, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Bridges with the steal. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Goodness. Mikal Bridges. Thundering slam off the bounce.
New Orleans leading by 5. Ingram outside. Pass to Williamson. To the inside. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 6 rebounds in the game. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Jones. Bridges shot good.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
So for the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Johnson in for Bridges. Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Pelicans. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Willie Green had some words for his team during the break. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
Outside Thomas. Down low, here's Finney-Smith.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Hernan Gomez against Simmons. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Here's Dinwiddie. Count the basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to McCollum. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Here's Williamson, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 6 assists here tonight.
Big one. Coach feels comfortable going to Zion when it matters.
Drills the three-pointer. Finney-Smith's got 5 points in the quarter. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Teardrop shot, and McCollum with the layup. McCollum's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
This is why C.J. McCollum is seen as a leader, drilling a big shot.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Now for your Brooklyn Nets. Make some noise, everyone.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Claxton. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers where they can do something with it. Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Here's Claxton. It's good.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 12 points in just the second half.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
First personal foul. First team.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Cameron.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Outside, Jones. It's Ingram on the wing. Over Thomas. Here's Williamson. Got a piece of it. Johnson against Jones. To the middle. Here's Finney Smith. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's McCollum. The shot. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Johnson. Jacks up a three. And the Nets, another three.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
A three from McCollum. Count! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
Experience paying off right here. CJ is outstanding. How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
51 seconds left in the game. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Another shot. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Let's hear it for the Brooklyn Nets. They are the Brooklyn Nets.
26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. McCollum. Yes!
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he comes up empty at the line. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. McCollum, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Yeah, a national champion in college. Bridges has also played in the finals. So Mikal is built for pressure moments like this.
For three, Ingram. Jones, no one around him. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
As you can tell, Danny, we've been asking CT Hazy some questions to try to distract him.
Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets here in Barclays Center. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Well, Fred VanVleet, a first-time All-Star in 2021, said of his journey, quote, "It's like a movie storyline, just scratching and clawing, all the work and the sacrifices. I'm always going to have this great perspective that allows me to navigate dip."
Allie, his toughness and IQ, a big factor for them. Thanks for that. So the Raptors starting five. VanVleet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. And it's Poeltl in at the 5. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Nicholas Claxton out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Cameron Johnson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Outside Johnson. Off target with the 3. Barnes passes to Siakam. Here's Trent. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam.
Contested interior look for the young gun, Mr. Gary Trent Jr., making it look easy inside.
Right side Johnson. Down low. It's stolen by Poeltl. Here we go. Siakam gets the bucket.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
A good look from Siakam. Claxton with a rebound.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. No good on the triple. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Dinwiddie against Trent. Back to VanVleet. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Dinwiddie outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Barnes. Johnson with a double team. Trent for 3. Toronto the rebound. Siakam. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean, the trick is to try to stay even keeled. It's such a long season. You're going to have highs and lows. Just treat this like any other low point at any other time of the year. It should pass.
Barnes, no good. The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Oh, they get a hand on it. For 3, Bridges. First shot won't go. The Raptors have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. VanVleet, the pass to Barnes. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Team second.
Van Vliet against Dinwiddie. Trent on the wing. From behind the arc. That shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And these two teams will face off against one another 4 times. It should be fun.
So what you look for in the first game, 1, does one team make a statement? And 2, how does the other team react to that? Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Bridges. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Boy, you have to be aggressive, powering through contact. Mikal Bridges, no signs of backing away.
And Toronto calls time here.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. The 3-ball. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
The Raptors with a lead. And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Barnes.
Last 2 minutes to play. First quarter.
And the layup is good off the glass.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Van Vliet against Curry. The 3. Thomas misses.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Anunoby. The rebound by Simmons. The Nets have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Thomas. Here's O'Neal. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play. Now to put Thaddeus Young on the line. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
You know, the way things fell apart for the Nets has some saying the super teams era might be ending. The Nets went all in and handed over a lot of control to those stars. Now, can they reestablish the culture that attracted them in the first place?
Guys, it seems to me that what's gotten lost in all the criticism of Ben Simmons shooting is the fact that this guy is still very special at the things he is very capable of doing.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
Kept alive. Here's Achua. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Curry finds Simmons. Here's Curry. Pass to Harris. Fires from deep. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris' specialty? I think it is.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Van Vliet on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Van Vliet misses.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's O'Neal. Achua with a rebound. Achua's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ooh, rejected by Harris. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this.
Your next.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Trent Jr. and Anunoby out on the wings. Siakam and Boucher playing up front. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Hurdles checked in for Boucher. Here's Van Vliet from 8 feet away. Drops it in. Van Vliet's got his first 2 points of the night.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
First personal foul. Team second.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Siakam in the post. On Claxton. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Now Pascal Siakam looking aggressive and determined, which forces the defender to commit the foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team. I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Here's Trent. No good, a bit long that time. Brooklyn trailing. To the middle. Here's Thomas. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Thomas has got his first basket.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Anunoby passes to Pirtle. Fades away. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Finney-Smith checked in for Simmons. Johnson comes in for Harris. Bridges, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Dinwiddie in for Curry. The Raptors also with a sub. Young's checked in. Trent's shot is off.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
The Raptors have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. And Anunoby for 3. They get it back.
Hey, listen, we know this about Thaddeus Young. He has very long arms. He's a nuisance on the glass. Big-time energy guy.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. On target from range. Dinwiddie's gotten his second bucket on the night.
I mean, this guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Trent right side. Pass to Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. And here's Trent. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He struggles shooting the rock, yet they're still winning. It's a good thing his teammates have played well.
Nice shot by Finney-Smith. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
What a wingspan on this young man, able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
And Toronto calls time here. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. Achua's checked in for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Trent. Achua, high post. Working on Claxton. Achua passes to Anunoby. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Dinwiddie, no good. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Well, Doris, it was only a few years ago that the Raptors won an NBA title. It seems like a lot further back, though.
It does, B.A., because we're looking at a much different basketball team. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard has moved on. Kyle Lowry has moved on. In fact, many of the key players from that squad have moved on. Incredible to think they have managed to remain competitive.
That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul of the game. And the Raptors making a change here. Boucher's checked in. Van Vliet with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. And now the Nets on the break. Here's Dinwiddie. Rejected by Barnes.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen.
Boucher. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Dinwiddie's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period, 2 here in the second.
From 11 feet away, misses off the right iron. The Nets have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achiuwa. That's foul number 2 for him. Brooklyn making some changes. Simmons is checked in for O'Neal. Harris comes in for Johnson. And it's Curry in for Dinwiddie. The Raptors also with a sub. Pirtle's checked in for Achiuwa.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves, no doubt.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That shot wide open. Van Vliet's got 5.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Here's Simmons. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Up again. He can't get that one to fall. Fast break, Brooklyn. And slam dunk by Simmons.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And here's Van Vliet from the high post. Oh, and the release. was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Tie game in Brooklyn. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
I like what they've done on the glass. Boxing out, reacting quickly, playing with an aggressive attitude. They set a physical tone, but now everyone gets a chance to recalibrate. We'll see if this rebounding dominance can extend into the second half.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Time to make some noise for yours.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Ben Simmons.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
And Finney-Smith over to help. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Over Simmons. And Siakam gets it to go. Siakam's got 8.
Boy, Siakam with a hand in his face. Excellent concentration.
Brooklyn trailing.
Sometimes it's hard to believe looking at him now, but Pascal Siakam was drafted late in the first round back in 2016. Think about it. This was the 27th pick at one point.
We've got Mikal Bridges. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Johnson. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game. Oh, that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. And you can bet a lot of teams are kicking themselves now for not selecting Siakam.
Well, you have to be able to see what the potential in the future is. Pascal Siakam has morphed into a highly productive offensive player. And the key here, guys, is there's still much room for growth. He gets more and more dangerous by the year.
And he knocks down the first one.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Trent hits them both.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode once he gets going, he's impossible to slow down.
And slam dunk by Simmons.
Boy, it's nice to see Ben Simmons catch a little rhythm offensively right here.
Trent outside, inside, and Poeltl gets it to go on the assist from Trent. Poeltl's got his second basket of the night. And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Oh, he heats up in an instant, B.A. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
Out of bounds, it'll be Toronto's ball. Here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game. And Toronto calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
It's Bridges on the wing. Fires in the triple. Bridges has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Barnes in the post. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Barnes in the post. Pass to Siakam. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, a little bit of quality defense will not deter Pascal Siakam. Go to work.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the inside. Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
This is what taking care of your body and strength training will do. Finney-Smith powers through the contact.
3-pointer, Van Vliet. Here's Pirtle. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And after a sketchy first half, they're now looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And as solid as Pirtle is during the game, his free throws for him can be an issue.
BA, it really limits his minutes during close games late. He's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. 3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
Yeah, we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset, finds the open player in that instance.
Bridges outside. And the Nets miss again.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, this is the kind of defense we are accustomed to seeing from Ben Simmons. Just so good at sending it back.
From down in the low post, it goes. Simmons has got 14.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
Pass to Barnes. Back to Trent. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the 3rd. The shots just aren't falling. Achua with a steal. Trent against Curry. And Trent the bucket on the assist from Van Vliet. Trent's got 6 points in the quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
But they've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
They get the rebound.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Fires the 3. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got his 3rd assist of the night.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Unable to get that one. And Brooklyn going the other way now. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. And they get it back. Curry. And he lays it up and in. Now just a 3-point Toronto lead.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Van Vliet, the pass to Trent. Bridges against Barnes. Siakam, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Simmons gets it to go.
6'11", 240 pounds, able to absorb contact. Ben Simmons, easy work.
Van Vliet on the wing. He's got 5. Hits a three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 8 points. Back to Curry. Pass to Thomas. The 3 is up. That one no good. And so it's Pascal Siakam making highlights for Toronto. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
54.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. So for Toronto right now, we've got Fred VanVleet, Jakob Poeltl out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Scotty Barnes, and it's Anunoby in at the 2. It's blocked! And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Here's Poeltl. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boucher passes to VanVleet.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
VanVleet missing again.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And there's the foul. He'll go on Joe Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And here are the Raptors now. They've led by as many as 11. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Barnes. Over Harris. And again, no good by Toronto. Brooklyn trailing. To take the lead. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And so here is Toronto. Toronto calls timeout.
They're looking to do something to stop this run. They have to get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Turn it up, Nets fans.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He's not happy with the amount of threes they've given up. He said, quote, if at least we were sending back some answers, but we're not. So expect a concerted effort to change that one. Guys.
Allie, thank you. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense.
Hey, B.A., an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
Boy, the athleticism of OG Anunoby can be eye-popping sometimes, guys. And what's happening now is he's developing on the offensive end. This guy's upside is absolutely tremendous. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Back to Johnson. Right side, Finney-Smith. Here's Dinwiddie. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anunoby for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Inside. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
Well, using your body, playing a little bully basketball is Dorian Finney-Smith.
Here's VanVleet. Outside Barnes. Pass to Boucher. Now Anunoby. Second shot opportunity. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 11. To the paint. Here's Finney-Smith. It's good. Finney-Smith's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one can make a big difference. His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
On the wing, Finney-Smith. From outside the arc. Here's Dinwiddie. Second chance effort. And he takes it up and lays it in. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Siakam, he's checked in for Boucher.
Third team foul.
On defense, the Nets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Anunoby finds Pirtle. Can't cash it in from close range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Claxton, and he makes it on the layup. And now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And Toronto calls time here.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
Can you say vintage? Wow, this was a vintage performance. I mean, so much of the game is about the 3-ball today, but his focus was going hard into the paint and doing damage from inside.
Bridges, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Trent, he's checked in for Toronto.
Fourth team foul.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Goes up on the baseline, and the Raptors miss again. Now the Nets with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Finney-Smith. Jacks up a 3, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Offensive board. Siakam, no good. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Good. And VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got his 4th assist in this one.
Now this guy continues to build his offensive skill set. Pascal Siakam with the mid-range jumper.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're leading by 6. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bridges, and the shot's good. And the Nets lead by 8.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
From 12 feet, Siakam, no good.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Dinwiddie outside. Harris outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Wide open look. They get it back. Barnes. Nice D from Bridges. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's what we call a high-effort play by Dorian Finney-Smith. Takes it right to the defense and gets the whistle.
Stepping the line with
so he comes up empty at the line. And here are the Raptors now. 8-point game. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
So the Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they'll get another chance. Here's Claxton. Pirtle grabs a miss. VanVleet outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Well, strength and savvy make Fred VanVleet a tough guy to deal with inside. Gets the contact.
It's both from the stripe. And Brooklyn has possession. 6-point lead. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. Fred VanVleet does this consistently. Big time moment. He's ready to beat it, guys.
And an intentional foul right there. And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
Dinwiddie at the line.
And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And Toronto calls time here. They trail by 7. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your Brooklyn Nets.
Here's VanVleet. Puts it up off the inbound. Here's Siakam. The kick out to VanVleet. Trent for 3. Back to VanVleet. The 3. The rebound by the Nets.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the 3.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
This one belongs to Brooklyn. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everybody.